Let me show you all camera settings that we have available on Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. So let's just open the camera. We're gonna tap on these dots that we have on the right side, and then let's proceed to the camera settings. First, we have some intelligence features like scanning options. We can scan QR codes, texts, and documents in here. In addition to that, in document scanning, we have the scan resolution, where we can increase the resolution of scanned documents in here. Besides that, we can go ahead and enable shot suggestions if you want to get on-screen guides to help you line up great shots. The photo enhancer allows you to adjust the quality of photos, and also we have scene detection, where we can automatically adjust the color of contrast of photos to match the scene. We can also find custom filters, or actually it's an information about these custom filters that you can create in the camera. Then we have the photo format option, where you can enable high efficiency pictures, and also you can toggle the RAW format for the Pro mode. By default we use the JPEG format, but you can toggle RAW and JPEG, or just RAW format. Next, we're gonna go to the watermark option, and in here of course we can just enable or disable the watermark, and also we can customize it a little bit as well. Motion photos allow you to this option allows you to adjust some of the features of the motion photos, so you can decide how it should work exactly. Then we have video section, so you can adjust the video format. And we have the HEVC and H.264 option. For HEVC, we can also increase the bitrate for your videos. We can enable HDR, and also we can use the lock for Pro Video mode only, or for both video and Pro Video modes. We can also find the APV codec, which has been added for S26 Ultra, and in here we can also manage it. Next, we're gonna go to the auto FPS option. So here we can decide if the phone should automatically adjust FPS to, for example, record brighter videos in low light conditions. So if you notice that sometimes, especially at night, if you try to record a video, frame rate might temporarily drop, which of course can be managed in here. We can also toggle the basic video stabilization in here. We have dual recordings, the audio options in here, so you can toggle some of these audio options for video recording. And we can also save videos to the external storage. So if you connect a USB storage to your phone, then you should be able to save them on that USB storage instead of on the phone. There's also the save option, which allows you to save APV recordings in fragmented MP4 format to reduce data loss if suddenly USB storage gets disconnected. However, this limits recording time to 10 minutes. We have some general settings as well, like the tracking autofocus option and the composition guide, where we can toggle grid lines and the leveler, or just one of these two options, or of course you can turn it off completely. Then we should be able to find the location tags option. This allows you to save the information about where a photo is taken or where the video is recorded. So if you wish to keep that information, then of course you can turn it on in here. Next, we have the option to save selfies as preview. This is the mirror effect for the front camera, which we can of course enable or disable over here. We can also find the swipe gesture, so we can swipe up or down in order to switch between cameras. You can also use it to open quick controls, or you can just completely turn off this gesture. In the shooting methods, we can find the option to adjust volume buttons. By default, we use it to take a picture or record a video. We can also use it to zoom in or zoom out, or you can just use it to control the volume on your phone. We have voice commands, at least available in English language, where we can say a couple of these voice commands out loud to capture a photo or start recording a video without having to use the shutter button. We have the floating shutter button as well, and the show palm option, which allows you to show the hand to the camera, show your hand to the camera in order to capture a photo. There's also settings to keep, so you can decide which options should be left as they are when you exit the camera. So then when you return to the camera, these options are going to remain. They will be still there, set up as they were before you left. Of course, we also have the vibration feedback, which we can toggle. There's also camera assistant option, or not option, but the additional plugin which allows you to access even more additional settings. Then we have the permission option where we can take a look at all the permissions that are granted or necessary to use by the camera. We can also reset camera settings and find some additional options like about the camera and contact information. Of course, different camera modes contain additional options. Most of them can be found over here by tapping on these 4 dots, like the camera timer, aspect ratio, megapixels, the brightness or exposure adjustment, and so on and so forth. So be sure to check them out as well. That's pretty much it. Leave a like and subscribe.